Hey everybody, welcome along to the Monkey Barrel Comedy Chat Show. This week we are joined by the wonderful guest. It's the one, the only. It's Rosco McClelland, everybody.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the logo and the effects.
They
that
popped
came
up there, and they did there's a little electricity. It's a little bit Dragon Ball Z. It's a little bit like the logo goes. When they first sent the logo in, I was like, fuck, that logo goes hard. It really does.
Man, I love. Do you know, you don't get a lot of mentions of the dragon in Dragon Ball Z after like this. Oh, there's a fucking big giant dragon. And then they're like, yeah, but what about if like Frieza was a wee guy on another planet? And you're like, get back to the dragon. Yeah.
Get back to, I believe, I'm pulling this from my brain, Shenron. I think Shenron's the name of the dragon.
Shenron, I believe that
it's
is
got a real
actually,
bad attitude.
I think that's a multinational oil company.
It could be Shen. I think that might be Enron. But that's okay, welcome to our podcast where we just say words and then jump to the next word we can kind of think of. So, Rosco, for people who haven't seen you before, you're a comedian, you're a Twitch streamer, you've done sketches, you're a raconteur, a modern day raconteur.
Yeah, I'm bringing my big raconteur. That's right. I've got these big natural double D's and they're going on tour.
All right, I wondered how long it would take until we got to that kind of chatting over there. Almost immediately.
Almost immediately.
So how would you describe your vibe for people who have never been in a room with you before?
I like to do... When I was a young boy, when I was younger, my mother once was in the car with me and she was fed up of hearing me.
Yeah.
And she said, she's told me this since. She's like, Ross, please, just stop talking. Just for a minute, please. Just stop. And I said, but I've got things to say. And she went, you know what? Fair enough. And I've not stopped since. Yeah, that's it. I love to talk.
She tried to pause you, and you instead pulled up your pulpit.
Yeah.
You said, "No, I need to talk about the important issues of today."
Yeah,
which are we getting a cat, and when are we getting a cat, and what are we naming the cat?
Do you know,
childhood things.
I've never had a cat, and I can't get a cat either. And do you know why?
Why,
George? Because I live in East Kilbride. Don't find me, I'll find you first. And I live in East Kilbride. And there has been, it's documented, there is someone who has been taking cats from East Kilbride and releasing them in Motherwell, which is like 30 minutes away.
That's a very specific prank that someone's playing.
I think it's more insidious than a prank. Yeah. I think it's like an evil thing to do, you know?
I mean, it has shades of like moving cats out of their own land and putting them in a different place and being like, you're safe in Motherwell.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy. There's a cat moving around and nobody knows why it's happening. There was an animal expert on a BBC article that I read about it, and he said it is like the possibility or the probability of multiple cats going from East Kilbride to Motherwell is... it's very slim, slim to none.
The people of Motherwell must be furious. Like, they must have their own version of, like, catsit, where they're like, all these cats coming into Motherwell, eating all our mice.
Yeah, they must be thinking that, you know, because people from Motherwell are famously racist.
Against cats.
Against cats, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if there's cats everywhere, if apparently they're taking on 2 towns worths of cats, that's a lot of cats.
That is a lot. That's, you know, it'll throw the ecosystem, the cat ecosystem. Right?
Everyone's furious. Like, back in my day when I was growing up, you could put like a little dish of milk out, come back an hour later, still be there. Not anymore. Not anymore. You come out and there's 10 of them lapping it up.
I destroyed the Blantyre ecosystem once. I introduced locusts into the fragile Blantyre ecosystem.
What?
I used to have this lizard, not Joe Biden. I used to have this lizard.
Sorry, give me a second. Just mid-sentence, apropos of nothing else. Former president was a lizard, and then we move on. All right, sorry, let's hear the rest of the sentence.
Yeah, I used to have this lizard, and lizards eat like locusts and stuff.
They do,
like,
yeah. And you can buy live locusts.
Yeah,
like
you
in
can
shops.
buy them in little boxes. I almost felt really bad about that as well.
Yeah.
They're just like, you get to live in a box until you get eaten. but then don't we all? You know?
Yeah.
Is that not what a house is? If a lion gets us, I've lived in a box until I get eaten. Same thing. So
and
actually,
you get put back in a box, put in the ground.
Yeah, I don't feel so bad anymore. Fuck those locusts. I know if you've ever played Gears of War as well, you get a
They
real,
were the name of the bad guys. Yeah,
you get a real kind of 1,000-yard stare when looking at a box of locusts. You're like, damn grubs. And
so you got a box of locusts. Did you?
I accidentally knocked one over, and locusts got out.
Okay.
And then I know one of them was like in the window frame. One of them got in my window frame, and then like that summer, I would open the window sometimes at night to like smoke out the window, and I would hear locusts
Just doing
chirping away outside in Blantyre. And I was like, well, the winter will take care of them.
You hoped.
They won't survive a winter. Next summer, more chirping. I was like,
You literally brought a biblical flood to that place, like the biblical locust.
Yeah, so if your little plants in Blantyre have been eaten and you don't see no slug trails, I'm sorry about it.
Maybe it's something where they've spread to Motherwell and someone's heard like, oh, you know what does great getting rid of locusts? Cats. And they've brought cats into Motherwell. They're trying to get rid of the locusts.
My
This is all
God,
you.
George, you're a genius. That actually makes a lot of sense.
You've done all this.
Do cats get rid of locusts? They probably do.
I can imagine they would eat locusts. They
Yeah.
would go and numb them up and then paw them around and get bored.
Have you ever had like have you ever eaten a bug? Like not
I
like
have.
I'm on a bike and a fly flies out my
No.
mouth, but like here's a chocolate covered bug.
I have. I've eaten barbecue flavored mealworms and they were so horrendous. It tasted like eating hay, but like flavored hay.
Oh,
It was awful because they're obviously all dried out. I've also eaten locusts and I've eaten oh God, what else is there? Crickets. I've done a lot of it. I should clarify. This is as a punishment on my Twitch stream when I've lost at a video game or something like that. Sometimes I will have to do stuff like that.
George does some like BDSM stuff on his Twitch. He gets punished. They make him sit in a chair in the corner while the Twitch chat fucks each other.
No, they don't.
No, not
I'm
like
very
not,
clear that I always say to my Twitch chat, everyone needs to be fully dressed when you're watching my stream.
No, but they do it in that old like internet way where they're like the kind of what's it called again? The wee star asterisk.
Yeah.
Asterisk puts hand on shoulder asterisk. And then
You're saying they're doing role play, like stage directions.
it's stage direction.
I mean, what is sexting
Cyber.
if not just stage directions, right? When you think about it.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it? Like, I've got my hand up my arse.
I used to do stage directions like, you get bored of this and make yourself a cup of tea while I continue on unaware. And they're like, oh no.
What sort of tea?
Vanilla rooibos. I'm drinking a vanilla rooibos right now. It's needs no sugar because it's got the vanilla pod in it, and because it's rooibos, it's got no caffeine. I don't like caffeine.
I've never heard the word rooibos before.
Rooibos before they go.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. Who knows? This podcast has no people to check what is wrong or right. We've been playing games on this stream, and we still don't understand the rules fully. So you'll see that later.
Is there a theme for this podcast? Is it like
It's as many silly questions as possible. It's chaos. It's nonsense. It's finding out about you by asking the questions no one asks.
Oh,
Other podcasts are like, how did you get into comedy? Or like, what's the coolest joke you've ever said? Nah, man. I want to know. We ask questions like, what's the biggest pig you've ever seen?
Oh, do you know? See, when I was a young boy, my father. When I was so
when you were a
hard
young
to
boy
do.
and your my father, were you? Oh no, you were doing. I see what you were doing now.
No, you were
When I
absolutely
was a
right.
young boy.
I was a young boy and my own
were your
father.
father?
Yeah,
Where did you take yourself?
up the arse.
No,
Don't.
no, we're doing so well.
I made myself.
You little Ouroboros guy.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever heard Ouroboros said out loud before?
I said Ouroboros in my last show. I had an Ouroboros joke.
Good.
Or was it the show before that about how I ate satay sauce that kept making me shit myself, and then it was coming out just as pure sauce. So I would consume the sauce like a kind of Ouroboros, continually consuming and creating sauce at an exponentially alarming rate.
Did you do an Ouroboros joke at the very first joke and then an Ouroboros joke at the very end, so they just loop back in?
You know, that would have been what you would call good technique, and I do not possess that.
You're chaos. That's good. That's good.
I've got that in this show though. I've written my first callback in the show coming up. Yeah.
Well, you have to remember the very important thing that comedians do is once you say a callback, you then have to look at the audience and go, "That was a callback." That's the way it works.
That's what I've been doing. Yeah, I've been going. That's my first callback I've ever written, and I'm very proud. Stevie B, Steve Buchanan, R.I.P. GBNF. Yeah. He would love that. He's the king of callbacks.
The king of callbacks, absolutely. All right, well, to settle our guests in, settle you in right now, we're gonna jump into the social media time machine, and we're gonna take.
Wait. Yeah? I know you're doing links.
Yeah.
The pig thing.
Oh, the pig thing. Yeah.
I forgot about that. When I was young boy. When I was young boy.
And my father.
And my old dad. I thought. When I was really young, I was at like some zoo thing, and I saw guinea pigs.
Yeah.
And I said to my mother, "Oh look, they've got genuine pigs." And my mum was like, "I'm sort of impressed, but also not, because you know, good shout, good attempt, but not."
And it makes sense why they'd use them for testing. You want to use genuine pigs for testing, right?
Yeah.
So that's why they use them whenever they're testing a new product. They're like, get me some genuine pigs in here.
I was looking at that picture that's on the telly, and I was like, I know, I used to have that wee pink thing.
Yeah, that is you.
And I was like, oh, that's me.
That is you. So let's take a look at our picture. This is from your social media. This is from the 19th of March, 2020.
Yeah.
This is literally week 1 of lockdown.
Yeah.
Some people took a while to go insane. It looks like you from moment zero were just like, let's do it.
Well, listen, here's the thing, right? You know, when coronavirus hit and everybody was like inside and going, oh my God, I'm sort of losing my mind a wee bit here. I was like, welcome to my world. I've somehow managed to drag everyone down to my level. Oh, you're going a bit fucking mad? Your thinking's getting a bit hectic? Well, I've been here for years. I loved it.
And it looks like you're totally prepared. You've got the gear. You've got the gear to survive.
Yeah.
I think at that point, I didn't even have hand soap in the house on the 19th of March.
I got into a real bad habit of buying like square sausage, black pudding, and this really hot Encona pepper sauce.
Oh.
And
eating that?
I just eating that every day, yeah. And I was like, this is great. But
this is your dream.
I could feel my arteries clogging up day to day, and I thought, I can't do this, you know.
So this was your first like mask, because remember at the start we didn't even know which masks worked. So you got like a proper gas mask type thing that people would use in work.
Yeah.
So did you wear this out at any points?
Actually, I had to wear it into Tesco's once because I didn't have any other masks, and then people were like, "This guy's really worried," and I was just like, "I just need to buy Encona hot pepper explorer sauce, please."
You should have bought really smelly cheese, and then they'd be like, "Oh, it's for the cheese."
Oh, why did they go French for a second? Oh, it is for the cheese. Oh, it makes sense that they would have a big mask
nervous
for the cheese.
Just for the cheese.
Do you know what? There's a wee mark in this table that looks like a pair of hanging testicles. And also, I was wondering why, like...
We're going to maybe take a picture of that, and we're going to put it up, and it does not look like that at all.
Well, it looks like that from
your angle, maybe.
My angle, yeah, it looks like a big pair of danglers.
Yeah, I believe you see that. I'm not seeing it right now.
The angle dangles.
The angle dangles.
I am also at you, like, the listeners won't see this, but there is a program on the computer that is running the picture right now.
That's only on the screen, so they can't see it.
On the screen. It's called Brother, and I'm just like, why have you got the Hulk Hogan CD-ROM program?
It's there twice, and there's also Brother Printer.
Brother. hey, listen, brother. And then brother printer, that's just to print big pictures of Trumpomaniacs on.
Brother, you got to connect that wireless internet, brother. You got to connect it to the Wi-Fi.
Well, when they try to kill my hero, that gladiator. Wait, I've gone Macho Man.
You got Macho Man. I didn't want to stop it.
Now listen here, Hulk Hogan. When they try to assassinate Donald Trump, let me tell you something, that was me, yeah. And if I had actually still been alive, you bet I would not have used my spirit to make some virgin try and shoot him. I would have used an elbow from the top of the water tower right through Donald Trump's cold dead heart, oh yeah. That's what he would have said.
That is what he would have said. That was 100% accuracy there.
Can we keep that in?
That's going in.
Should we consult
We don't
lawyers?
edit anything out. This all goes in.
Oh my god.
Oh god, you realize
I've got
now.
some thoughts about some stuff.
Oh no. Oh god. It's okay. He's going to say it, but in the form of Macho Man Randy Savage. All right.
Yeah, the thing about...
No. I can see 20 things that you're thinking of saying right now, and none of them are appropriate. Okay, well, thank you. That's a good picture to have seen there of you and coronavirus. Gives us a little look into your mind at that time.
Are you aware of the Berghain piss goblin?
I definitely am not.
So there's a guy in the queues of Berghain. I've never been, just heard about him. It is well documented. And if you're in the toilet queue waiting to piss, a guy called the piss goblin will come round and go, hey, listen, you need to piss. I want to drink piss. You can just piss in my mouth. And I think that's such a great service because that's two people getting exactly what they want.
I can hear producer Claire behind typing the time codes down of stuff we're going to edit out. But I like that.
Or is Claire just Googling Berghain piss goblin? Question mark. A cool guy? Question mark.
Cool guy. Printer brother? Question mark. Okay. He seems like a cool guy. Printer brother. Have you had any interaction with this guy that likes to be peed on?
No, I would love to, because honestly, one of the things that I hate so much is going out and drinking and then going, oh, I need to piss, and then there being like a queue. Yeah, if there were more piss goblins, my world would be better.
It'd be awful if you stood in the queue and you're waiting, and you look over the cube and realize the cubicle's completely empty. And so is the urinal. It's just people queuing up just for the piss goblin. He's going to become the most popular thing there.
Yeah.
He's the cause of the queue.
Yeah. I think it's so cool that he's called the piss goblin because it implies two things.
Yeah.
It implies that he is like goblin-esque.
Yeah, that's what I imagined. Piss goblin.
In terms of his quest for piss. But it also implies that he's just straight gobbling up piss.
I thought that's what the name was.
Well, do you know?
You know what? It makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, let's gamify this podcast a little. We are going to play the classic American game, Flip Cup. Are you left or right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Oh, well then, thank God you'll have a tough time with this. So we're going to flip this cup, and we wanted to get it like that, exactly like that. And then basically we've got two embarrassing questions to ask you. Whoever wins gets to choose which of the two embarrassing questions we answer.
Okay.
And we both have to answer them. So question number one, embarrassing question is, when did you last shit yourself? And embarrassing question number two.
These are supposed to be embarrassing. This is like a well-documented thing in my life.
Yeah.
I'm shit myself all the time.
It is well documented. So, and then embarrassing question number two is, what would be your reality TV catchphrase if you were on a reality TV show? And I'm sure there's a few reality shows we can think of.
brother.
Can I just say, and we won't include this, but can I just say that, like, earlier when we were doing this, Ewan was like, oh, think, like, what's an embarrassing question? And I just instantly went, why did you last shit yourself?
Yeah.
And that's what that is. And then he's obviously come up with the second one, but I think it has to be like, I think it's like, as if, you know, the housewives?
Yeah.
When they, like, turn around and they're all holding a diamond.
Yeah.
And they have to say something like, I'm a cunt.
Yeah.
It's like that kind of catchphrase, not like
Okay.
something shit.
We can figure something out.
I feel like it's not an embarrassing question at all, unless I make it about housewives.
We can make it about housewives. We can make it about. We can talk about MILF Manor.
Oh my god.
No one's ever talked about MILF Manor on this show before. We'll do that. Have we talked about MILF Manor? Well, it's coming back, baby. MILF Manor.
We're bringing it back.
Season 3. Okay, Roscoe. So
Okay.
there are 2 embarrassing questions. We're gonna have 30 seconds to see who first person to get their cup going from that to that.
All right.
Gets to choose between the 2.
Okay.
Or you can choose both. That's even worse if you're an absolute renegade. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
That was easy. I'm such a natural talent at everything. It is undeniable. I can't stop being good at stuff. My wife hates it.
What a genuine pig you are. All right. Okay, well done. Well done. What would you like to do? Would you like to pick one? Would you like to answer both?
I'll answer both.
Here we go.
I'll answer
All right.
both in the same question. What was the questions again?
So the question is, when was the last time you shat yourself?
And the other question was, what was my catchphrase?
Yeah, so we can talk about reality TV and we
Yeah.
can figure out what reality TV show you'd go for and what your catchphrase would be.
So 2 questions in
one.
In one.
Okay,
So-
here's the answer. Here we go, everybody.
I've got poopy again.
And then you want me to do the Big Brother voice of Roscoe's going poopy again.
Yeah.
He's going to the diary room, which
Yeah.
will need to be cleaned.
He's going to the diary room on purpose. He knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing. Roscoe's once again shot himself while talking to Big Brother.
When was the last time the last time I shit myself was well, there was the satay sauce incidents. That was 3 weeks in a row during lockdown, where like it was the best satay sauce I've ever had.
Okay.
But it was making me shit myself every week that I had it, and I'm so sad that I can't have it anymore because I kept shitting myself.
And was it just sneaking up on you like you thought it was a bit of air? A little
Yeah,
gust,
every
but
time
it
I was like, I trust this. The last time I shat myself was when, well, because I kept shitting myself, I got this bidet toilet seat
Yeah.
thing, and it's not like fat, it's like on or off, it's cold, it's mains pressure,
Oh,
like
no.
straight up the arse.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. And,
Oh, no, again.
oh, yeah,
no.
printer brother. And I...
Step printer brother. I'm stuck.
Step brother, I'm stuck in the printer. Help me, printer jam.
Oh my god. Step brother, I'm out of colored ink.
Oh my god! Wow, that has some connotations to it that I'm not going to go into.
No, don't go there. Just keep it just printer references,
Keep it
please.
printer references. I'd scooshed my arsehole, and
Okay.
sometimes water will go up you, and it'll
Will
like,
it?
yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I mean, what I do is I let it sort of go up, and then I just like fire it back out. It's like, you know when like Triple H goes to
I'm just
does-
having this image. All right, sorry,
when
dude.
Triple H does his entrance and he puts him out and then he goes and sprays the water.
Yeah.
I do that with my arsehole. And
Oh my god.
and then and nobody likes it. And I'm like, well, why do you keep turning up to watch?
So,
But
I'm just having an image in my mind of this thing shooting the water up and then you're shooting the water back. It's like that bit at the end of the Harry Potter movies where they're both shooting magic at each other.
yeah,
it's meeting in the middle
yeah,
and
it's,
it's going
yeah,
back and
it's,
forth.
it's very Voldemort-esque.
Just horrible.
Yeah.
Which one is it the V-Day or is it your butt is Voldemort? Which one's going, I must take this?
Oh, I'm Voldemort because
Yeah.
I'm doing that weird like the weird noise that he done.
The weird noise.
And that's
yeah.
the bit. Yeah,
He did it in one movie and the next movie they're like, don't do that again.
Yeah.
we tried it, we kept it in the movie, don't do it ever again.
I actually remember seeing that in the cinema, and when that happened, everybody laughed out loud.
Oh yeah.
Very funny. Just like, what?
I remember seeing Avengers no, it wasn't Endgame. Infinity War like watching it in Edinburgh, and there's the bit where they're in Edinburgh and when they walk by the window and it said, you know, fried Mars bar or whatever, everyone doing a big laugh.
Yeah.
Great time. Ha ha ha. They got a reference.
Oh, look, Thor's drinking Iron Brew.
But they didn't stop. I was trying to watch the rest of the movie and people were just walking going, that's us. Ha, ha, ha.
Every time they're like, Thanos has got a bobby. Thanos got like purple
Ruined.
bobby.
Absolutely ruined the movie for me.
They didn't show Thanos' cock in that movie, and I feel like it would have been such a different movie if they had.
This is why we need a third camera for close-ups on my face when you say things like that. And I'm like, huh, yeah. No, they didn't. I don't know if they've ever shown any character's penis in any of the MCU movies.
It would have been so crazy if when Thanos snapped his fingers.
He was just naked.
It was just clothes that got taken away. He was like, oh no! His cock's out.
Half of everyone in the universe becomes naked.
Yeah. What a film that would have been.
That would have been weird if he was like click his fingers and then he's nude but everyone else is clothed and they're like, what's that? And he's like, this is all I wanted. This is nothing. I just wanted to be nude.
This was it. This was the whole thing.
What did it cost you? Everything. All my whole wardrobe.
This was Gucci.
Okay, so that's when you would have. That's when you last shit yourself. That's
well,
good.
I mean,
Good
really, what
answer.
happened was the last time is I'd squirted the water up there. Squirted makes it sound sexual. Scooshed the water up there, and then I'd went to the gym, and then the water had like get shook about in my body.
You gave yourself an enema.
Yeah, came home, farted, just straight rust water that came out, and I'm like, no. So that was the last time. That was about like 3 months ago or something.
3
like
months ago.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. Yeah, I remember the last time it happened. I tried to do a comedic fart in front of my partner, and then just a look of panic on my face, and she went, "What?" And I went, "Nothing." And I ran to the bathroom.
There's a look that you put in your face.
That was in the middle of lockdown.
Yeah.
I was like, things are going great, and I walked in the room and I went, da 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 da. Don't talk to me for a while, and then ran to the bathroom.
I was actually farting in front of my nieces earlier on. Because like I was in bed earlier and then like my nieces and nephew had turned up and Lindsay was sitting on the edge of the bed and I was just like just woken up because they came in like rah, 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 rah.
Excited.
And Lindsay was sitting on the edge of the bed and I thought it'll be really funny if I just like fart because they were standing at the door and I was like Lindsay's sitting near me so I'll fart and then blame it on her. I just kept doing that. I'd just be like and I go, Lindsay, and then they were like, no, that was you, Ross. And I'm like, no, it wasn't.
No.
Why would I do that?
It would have been incredible if you'd shit yourself today.
It really would have been.
Just to come to the podcast would have been incredible.
Yeah.
And
I can do it if you
still,
want.
You still tried to blame it on Lindsay, though.
Yeah.
Oh, it's her.
Lindsay's shit my Lindsay's
your
shit my
side of the
pants.
bed.
Your auntie Lindsay's taking a shite in my pants. How crazy is that? She's such a crazy auntie.
What a crazy wild answer. All right. So the second question was, what would be your reality TV catchphrase? What reality TV show would you go on? We've spoken at length about the TV show MILF Manor.
MILF Manor.
Which, for anyone who doesn't know, it's like the end times of society where they put 10. They took 10 boys and over 18-year-old boys and their moms.
They shall become men.
They took their moms, 10 moms that were single, and they told them, oh, you're going to have like the summer of your lives. We're going to send the boys and they're going to meet older ladies on one island, and we're going to take the moms, we're going to send them off to another island. They're going to meet young guys, and at the end of the summer, we're going to bring you back together, and you'll have to introduce your mom to your MILF girlfriend, and the MILFs will have to, the moms will have to introduce their sons to their toy boy boyfriends. When they start the first episode, they get together, they're on the same island.
It's a
They're on the same island. So there's 10 pairs of moms and sons. So every son has 9 women that are potential suitors or whatever, and his mom, and every mom has 9 potential toy boys, and their son is there, and it is hell. It was hell. It was a hellish show.
Sounds like heaven to me.
I would have liked you to be added into that show as a floater.
Yeah.
No one knows where your allegiances lie.
I'm just standing there going, what's going on?
You go up to all the MILFs. When's the last time you shit yourself?
Yeah, just like shuggling people by the show. I would love there to be like a reality TV show, right?
Yeah.
And for some reason, I'm employed as like a guy who goes in and like grabs people by the shoulders and just goes, whoa, just shuggles them around. And there's no explanation for it. They're like, why
you come out of a plant like that and it's just your hands. Like,
yeah, I just go, ah, and they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I got you.
Well, I know MILF Manor season 2 is fathers and sons together on an island with 10 potential MILFs. And you'd be great for that because you're your own father and your own son.
I'm my own father and son, yeah. I would have no conflict of interest.
No
really.
conflict.
Yeah.
You're just like, I can fuck anyone.
Yeah. Let's do it. Everyone get in the pool.
That might be your quote. That might be your terrible,
Everyone get in
terrible
the pool.
catchphrase. No, it's just you. Any romantic show, and like your first thing is your catchphrase, just like, let's do it. let's all do it right now.
I'll fuck everyone. Everyone get in the pool. Let's do it.
There's no build up at all. Like Love Island, episode 1. This is Roscoe, and you go, let's all fuck, and then like, what's too much? We need to build up to that. We can't do that in episode 1.
I wrote a song recently, well, about a year ago. It's called Mum Jeans.
Okay.
It's really good.
Is it in the vein of Stacey's mom kind of vibes?
No, it's more like it's got more raw. It's like mom jeans busting out of the seams. Yeah, you got those mom jeans. You know you got me baking my beans.
Oh my god! Wait, so we might have to edit that in. Is that recorded somewhere? We might have to edit.
Oh yeah,
that
I've
a little
got a
bit
version of mum jeans you could have.
Here we go. It's playing right now. Ewan's probably edited in, or it's the sound of Ewan saying, "We don't have that footage. We don't have that clip." It's one or the other.
Roscoe has not done basic easy admin, and given us access to a file that has easy access to just by clicking 2 folders and then sending an email, because he's got distracted by something, possibly an email that he had to send about 2 months ago, and then he's panicked and spiraled and thought, I can't do admin, please help me.
Or you've looked out the window and seen a locust riding a cat. And you've
fucking-
gone, Motherwell!
I tell you what, see grass, right? It's because I've got a back garden.
Yeah.
The grass, it just, sometimes I wake up and I'll cut the grass, and then I go and look the next day, and I've got, this is my catchphrase, I go,
Yeah.
That fucking grass has been out there growing again. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. It's been out there growing.
Yeah.
It's taunting me.
It's been holding back. Was it doing the thing where it was sucking in when you were doing the lawnmower, and then now it's just let it all out?
Yeah.
And you're like, you fucking grass.
Yeah.
You fucking grass.
The grass has been thinking about its gran while it was with me, and as soon as
I see where this is.
as soon as I've left, it fucking blows its grassy load all over
All right.
What? Wait.
From the start, you went, what's the vibe of this podcast? Not that.
Well, that's not the vibe. The grass in my back garden ejaculating.
No, that's I didn't think I had to specifically say that, but no.
Well, if grass can't ejaculate, then why do they have seeds?
Well, it's called pollen, I believe. I think the word you're looking for is pollinating.
That's the same thing. That's just the grass people's
like
word
you're-
for cum.
Yeah, well, yeah, sure. But I mean, I feel like you and me look at bees very differently. Like you're like, look at those cum-covered bees flying
Yeah.
from plant to plant. No,
Yeah.
it's pollen.
Boobies.
All right, we need
What's
Eleanor.
that joke? What's that joke? I can't remember what that joke is.
What was there's a bee joke?
The joke? Yeah, the bee joke. Like, what's it's like a kind of children's Halloween joke. Oh fuck! It's Eleanor Morton.
Oh, here we go. We're gonna be saved, everybody. By Eleanor Morton is going to send in 3 clips. Before we get into this, one of the things that we know is that comedians responding to emails, you never know how quickly or how slow they're going to do. So we want to know, after we message Eleanor for this footage, how long before Eleanor sent back the full completed clip?
Honestly, I would say about 40 minutes.
40 minutes. That's pretty good. I think was it Gareth Waugh did it? I think maybe in like 2 hours or something, which was great. 20 minutes. It was 20 minutes. It was good. Gareth Waugh is our best on the scale.
Do I need to send footage?
You'll need to send footage.
Fucking good luck with
Good
that.
luck with that. Well, we have had someone who sent it in 20 minutes before we recorded the following week. So
Can I record
we've
it
had
right
both
now
skits.
as we do it?
No, because it'll be in it. But here we go. Eleanor, what is your footage for us, Eleanor? What are your questions? Oh, there's no sound on this one.
Right. Do you know what? We don't even need sound. I'm going to lip
You're
read
gonna
it.
lip read it? Okay.
Right.
Oh, no, there we go.
No, it's
No,
okay.
no.
That would have been
It would've been
so
nightmare.
and Claire and Ewan and George and whoever else is there.
me.
It's me, Eleanor Morton, proclaimed person. I have 3 questions for you, Roscoe. First question: why don't we see Rosco McClelland anymore? What's happened? And will he ever come back? And what even was that? I can't even remember. I just remember you had a face painted as a skeleton. Second question: what if you were told tomorrow you couldn't do your act anymore? Whose act would you do? or whose act would you like to do the most if you couldn't do yours, and why? Third question, what is your favourite bird?
I feel like Eleanor heard a bird there and just
Any
decided to say,
bird.
"What's your favorite bird?" That was we
I
all
wasn't
saw it.
sure if the bird was video or here, and I was like, loud bird.
Peace out, bye. Bye,
Thank
bye,
you.
bye.
Thank you, Eleanor Morton. Of course, if you're watching right now, please give Eleanor Morton a follow on social media and check out Eleanor's show during the Fringe. So we've got some questions from Eleanor. Eleanor's question number 1 was, why don't we see Rosco McClelland anymore? And what even was it? So she told me about this last week. I never saw Rosco McClelland. So
Well,
apparently you dressed up.
I would add as a counterbalance to Eleanor's question there. She's saying Rosco McClelland, and to me that is the class divide, because it was Rosco McSkeleton, not
Skeleton, not Skellington,
Yeah,
okay.
and that just show we're just for different places, you know. Skellington is, you know, I mean, who says Skellington instead of skeleton?
Yeah, well, I thought that was a joke. You're
Yeah.
going to be a skeleton.
No, I was Rosco McSkeleton, and so I used to just paint my face, beard included,
Yeah.
as a skeleton's face, and
Yeah.
then I would do a really avant-garde meta, like dry comedy.
Yeah.
Telling these scary stories they were just shaggy dog stories.
Shaggy dog stories?
Yeah, and they were long, and it was really funny.
Do you have a picture of this?
It was very
Can you send
deadpan.
us a picture of this and we can stick it up?
Yeah, sure. I'll
Sure.
send you a picture.
There.
Good
Oh,
luck.
it's not there. It's not there.
Oh,
Now-
he's
now
not
please-
done the admin.
He's not done the admin, folks. Sorry, there's no picture. Sorry.
Just kidding. The picture's right here.
Oh, no, it's not again.
No,
There
he's
you go.
not. He's not done it. He's not done it.
So, how long did you do that for? Was that like early days? Was that what you
I
first
done it
started
for like
with stand-up, or-
a year or something like that, year and a half. I actually got booked to go out and do it in Canada.
Really?
And it was
They love
not a
skeletons there.
good experience.
Oh, really? So did you go out and do it?
I had to do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was basically a guy, a Scottish, an older Scottish comedian was like, he done these like, I'll take a couple of people to Canada every year.
Yeah.
And you do expat Rangers and Celtic
I thought
supporters
maybe it was going to be
clubs.
the spooky just for laughs.
Yeah.
Just for booze.
No, just for booze.
Just for
that's
booze.
That's what I got.
Oh, good. That's
I
not
got
cool.
just booze. The first night in Canada, I went and done my avant-garde skeleton act to a bunch of old bastards. And a Celtic supporters club somewhere in Toronto, and
God.
they hated it.
Yeah.
They fucking hated it. They were just like, we went to hear about the Shawhead flyover, son. And I'm like, why do you think I would be doing that?
Why do you think a skeleton would talk about that? That's actually weirder.
Yeah, for me to just go, well, Glasgow is still there. I guess that's what they wanted to hear.
So you just said street names. There
Yeah.
is that. Like I did a show at like an Irish centre place in a different country, and they just wanted to hear you like mention places from Ireland,
Yeah.
so they could go, oh yeah, O'Connell Street. It's big, huh?
They wanted that.
And you do bits about that, and they'd be like, no.
Yeah.
No, talk about how your mum's like, oh, it's a great day out for washing. Just catchphrases that like Irish mammies would say, that kind of stuff.
I remember-
Oh, I left the immersion on, that kind of thing.
I left. I walked outside into the giant car park of that industrial estate after Dying Mars, and I
Yeah.
looked up at the sky, and it was so big, and I thought, I can't even go home. I'm in Canada.
You're in Canada.
I'm in a whole different place.
And also at that moment, you're dressed as a skeleton.
Yeah. And I need to go back in there because I was like on first.
And sometimes when you're a comedian, if it's a big enough room, even if you have like a tough gig, you can kind of blend in, but not when you're a skeleton.
No, you can't,
Everyone's
no.
like, there's a skeleton.
You can't, no. They had a thing up on the wall as well behind the bar. It said Hun alarm, and I was like, "Fuck, they know."
Fucking hell.
They know. I mean, obviously, you know about that, George. You being a West Brit.
Don't bring this.
You actually said
Don't
to me.
bring this.
You said to me before this podcast started
No.
that you wanted to make this more of a podcast, and I was like, "Are you sure about that?"
Some Irish people on Twitch, on Roscoe's stream, taught him the phrase West Brit. which
it's
means
really
an
funny.
Irish person west who acts English or is English. And someone said, "Oh yeah, Fox would hate that," and that's become a thing now. Your whole thing.
I really think it's funny. I think it's really, really funny.
It's just infuriating hearing it come out of your mouth, even just the word West Brit.
What about the time where I came up behind you and done a Cork accent? Was that
Was
close?
terrifying. Yeah, that was close as well.
was
You
fair.
came up and you had a suit on, and you just went, "It's me, your old Uncle Fergus, eh?"
Your old little uncle, your uncle from Cork.
And then later that same night, I walked into the backstage area, and you were just standing there holding a scissors, just opening and closing it. And I went, "What are you doing?" And you just went, "That's really smooth." And then you put the scissors down. That's what I got to deal with.
It's hard to get caught being your true self when you're just enjoying to yourself a moment of opening and closing scissors because they feel smoother than the ones in your house, and someone notices it, and you're like, "Oh God, I have to explain this to a person."
I knew what you meant though, because I could hear they were smooth. They were smooth
Yeah.
scissors. They'd been oiled.
It's good that.
I mean, I think if we gave you a fidget spinner, you'd be gone. You'd just shut down completely.
I had one for a while, but it wasn't, there just wasn't enough spinning on it. I liked how it was spinning one direction, but I was like, it could spin other ways.
Yeah, each one should be spinning in a different.
If you had like a multi-dimensional fidget spinner,
Yeah.
then we're talking.
Or like 3 layered on top, so one is spinning clockwise and the other is spinning counterclockwise.
Yeah,
You could
that'd
do
be
that.
good.
That'd
That'd
work.
be actually pretty good.
Eleanor's second question was, if you were told tomorrow that you can't do your act anymore, you're not allowed to do it, whose act would you do? So you can have anyone else's act.
Nobody, I'm killing myself.
So the option is you could do Stephen Buchanan's comedy.
No.
Okay.
No, I am a true artiste. If I can't do my own art and express myself, I'm killing myself, George.
What about you could do with Nell? You could do Liam with Nell's one.
I'm killing myself.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep going through names.
Yeah,
These people
yeah.
all think you. I'm just gonna cut this footage.
Yeah.
You could be Liam with Nell.
Yeah.
I'd kill myself.
Kill myself.
Okay, whoa,
Yeah.
that's quite the clip.
That's actually pretty cool. You could go through names until I go, actually, no, yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
That's what I was hoping to find. What about Christopher MacArthur Boyd?
Kill myself.
Mary Lane?
Actually. Kill myself. I don't know enough about Shetland.
You'd have to read up a lot about that. That's
Yeah.
fair. Okay, all right. And the final question was, what
Kill
is
myself.
your favorite bird?
I'm killing myself.
This is taking a dark.
I'm killing myself.
This is taking a
I
dark,
don't
dark
like
turn.
thinking about these birds. I'll tell you why, George. Because birds are CIA robots that are keeping tabs on us. Every time I see the pigeons out the back, I'm just thinking I bear my pubic region to them.
Yeah, but the people
so
who lived,
that they can't use that footage. Yeah.
they'll find a way around it. If you can say 10 times in a row, "I'm going to kill myself" on a podcast, you can get away with anything.
Oh God, yeah.
But yeah, there's people out there who live in your town that you grew up in who are like, they think their town is being CIA watched by locusts because they're everywhere.
Yeah.
They were never here.
They were never
and then
here
they
before.
overnight.
Now they're out there chirping little. What if locusts, when they or is it crickets that chirp? Well, I think they both chirp, didn't
Yeah, they both
What
chirp.
if they're chirping Morse code messages back to the government?
How's the government listening? So government has microphones, but rather than use the microphones to listen to what you're saying, they're letting the crickets hear it first and then recording what the crickets interpret.
Well,
it.
the crickets or locusts, they chirp it, and then other crickets or locusts hear that, and then they chirp it. It's sort of like Chinese whispers,
Whispers, yeah.
but Chinese chirpers.
Chinese chirpers. I was doing the same arithmetic in my
Yeah.
head there of like, well, how can I put these together?
Yeah.
Well done, you got there first.
Is Chinese whispers? Is that okay to say? Is that a thing?
I haven't Googled it, but it could be a problematic thing.
It could be problematic, yeah.
Because it could be like from the Cold War.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? It's like the
Yeah.
other side of the world when they saw that part of the world with,
You know, I would have hated to be in the Cold War.
yeah,
Yeah, because
I'm ready for it.
I would have needed a big jacket.
That's where it was going.
I hate being cold. I would rather be too warm than the slightest bit cold.
Oh, God.
My nipples get so hard in the cold. Like, actually, to a point where I think these might hurt one day.
I mean, I understand what you're saying because when they would show people involved in the Cold War, what would they have on? Those big jackets, those big Russian hats.
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense.
They're going, you ain't getting these little nips, America.
There was quite a lot of that. Yeah, there was a lot. There was that Gorbachev guy, and he had the mark on his head and on his nipples as well, I'm sure.
Wow.
I'm sure he did.
I'm sure he did, yeah. I'm sure he had. I'm sure Gorbachev did have a mark on his nipples. They never let it be known.
No.
But the way you're saying it makes me believe it.
Good. So we have Eleanor's clips there. You said, what was it, 20 minutes you said? Like right away? That she sent back that footage?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's find out. Claire, how long was it before Eleanor sent it back?
Bang on 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
I fucking knew it would be quick.
That was pretty quick.
I knew it'd be
It was pretty
quick.
Not as quick as Gareth Wall. Gareth's still the top of the leaderboard, but well done. Would you swap jokes with Gareth Wall?
Kill myself.
yourself, yeah.
I don't have.
I thought it was good.
I don't have a kid, so it wouldn't. I don't have a child, so it wouldn't be authentic.
Yeah, that's true. Do you know what?
He's got
That's
a lot
fair.
of. I've got a wee boy stuff now.
He does have a lot of little boy stuff. I feel like you similarly have a lot of little boy stuff, but you're the little boy in that material.
And the father.
and the son. Perfect. All right, you just need a Holy Ghost, and you are the Trinity now. The Father, the Son.
I've got one.
So
I've got
Roscoe,
one.
for people who are watching, what do you have coming up in the next while? We're very close to Fringe. What can you plug for people?
The Edinburgh Fringe. Have you heard of this? It's the Western world's biggest arts festival. There's loads of like different types of art. There's like comedy, drama, plays, fucking clowns. There's like a guy who does stuff.
The circus people. I saw a guy with a whip.
There's a guy with a whip. He's got like red bits of hair every year.
That's
There's street perform. There's the guy who wears the playing card suit.
Yeah.
He's not
Flash
a show.
something.
Yeah, but he is
Flash
around.
Gordon.
Is that what he's called?
I think
Flash
his name's
Gordon?
Flash Gordon. Yeah.
I don't know if that's his.
I don't think it's his real name.
Given name, but I'll accept it as a name. Have you heard of the concept of printer brother? I am so into that.
Can we after this go around to the Scientology place, and when they try to talk to you about Scientology, you talk about Printer Brother? Get them into Printer Brother.
Yeah, you guys are into like Xenu. Is it Xenu? You guys are into like Xenu and stuff. But have you heard of printer brother?
Printer Brother. Have you heard the good word about Printer Brother?
What is printer brother, Claire?
It's a printer.
It's a printer. Well,
Brother.
mystery solved. Our one podcast long series of
There is a printer brand.
Brother's a printer brand?
Printer brand. Well, I'm very excited. We actually solved it. This
we
you know,
solved the mystery.
it's like Serial, but just for one episode, just a slight mystery of us figuring out not a murder, but why is it called Brother Printer?
Has anyone done a podcast called Serial, but it's just about like crunching out cornflakes?
And it's insufferable because you're just crunching the whole way through.
You're listening to Serial, a podcast from This American Life. Today, we are going to eat some honey nut loops.
But where did the bee from the honey loops come from? I spoke to Jeff in marketing. And then it just cuts to that.
Well, you know, we were thinking about how do we make a honey good for kids to look. We thought maybe we'd get a bear in, you know, a big bear. But then people were saying, well, if we have a bear, how do we know there's not a man inside it, you know, piloting the bear? There couldn't possibly be a man inside a bear.
Sugar Puffs, that's a man inside.
Yeah, he couldn't be a man in a bee. Bees are too small to put a man in, so we decided on the bee.
Good.
That's my new podcast.
But we also know from earlier that you think all bees are covered in cum. So you've ruined honey nut loops forever.
What do you think the nut is?
Oh, no! All right, everybody. Please tell people where they can see your show this year during the Fringe so they can get tickets. Tickets are available now.
Tickets are available now, and they will be until they aren't. And that's a good word from me. 9 o'clock, the Hive 2, every night apart from the one night that I'm off. I don't remember what one that is.
Probably the
You figure it
14th,
out.
15th.
The 12th?
The 12th. There you go.
The 12th.
So don't
One
go
of
on
my
the 12th.
favourite days in July. Tell you that much.
Actually snorted. You made me snort. Turn me into a genuine pig.
It's the broadcast. We're doing it. And Twitch, Instagram, you know, all these places. I'm sure if you Googled even the barest amount, you would find
You will find Rosco McClelland. You'll find that. If you've enjoyed the podcast, please share it around, leave reviews, let people know about it, send it to people that love bees or anything else. And if you want to see me and Rosco, you can see us perform at Monkey Barrel Comedy. I do the 5 p.m. show every Saturday at 5 p.m. And also you can see me and Rosco on twitch.tv most nights of the week. I'm on twitch.tv/Fox Comedy. You're on twitch.tv/Rosco, isn't it? So check that out. From me, from Rosco, from Tech George behind the camera, Claire as well, a big thank you. Enjoy the rest of your week. Is there anything else you want to say just at the end?
Printer brother.
Printer brother.
Printer brother.
Printer brother. There we go. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Should have got you to sing the Bear in the Big Blue House goodbye.
There's something hiding under the ice, imitation of a sound. There's something standing behind the door. Would you like